Humanity never expected the war to begin on a quiet morning. The ships in Earth's orbit were calm, the stations peaceful, and the crews busy with normal tasks. No one knew that something huge was moving through space toward them. It was not an army. It was not a fleet. It was something worse, a creature so old, so powerful, and so feared that alien races whispered its name like a curse. They called it the Void Beast. But humans had never heard that name, so they had no fear. They had curiosity instead, a trait that often confused other species. When the first sensors detected a strange energy wave, the officers assumed it was only a natural event. But the wave grew stronger, shaking the station and sending alarms across several systems. The crew stared at the screens with confusion as a dark shape appeared out of the void. It was massive, larger than any ship they had ever seen. Its form shifted like living metal, its scales glowing faintly with green light, and its long limbs curled around its body like coiled chains. Nobody spoke for a moment. Even the AI monitoring system paused, unable to identify the creature. Then the emergency siren screamed, and the whole station entered battle mode. The nearest human ships moved into defensive formation. Pilots activated their weapons. Commanders shouted orders. Everyone prepared for the worst. But the creature did not attack. It only drifted closer with slow, controlled movement, as if studying the humans. Its glowing eyes scanned the station, taking in every detail. Some officers panicked, assuming it was preparing to strike. Others tried to calm the room, insisting that its behavior was not aggressive. But nobody could be sure. On a distant world, far from this scene, aliens watched the event through hidden observation devices. They were members of a species known as the Tarshek, famous for their fear of the Void Beast. They shook with terror as they saw the creature approaching the human station. They expected the humans to run. They expected panic. They expected surrender. But humans did not run. Instead, they moved forward, ready to understand or fight, whichever became necessary. One human in particular stood out among the crew. His name was Aaron Hale, a calm and thoughtful officer known for his strange ability to connect with living beings. Some called it empathy. Others called it intuition. Whatever it was, Aaron always sensed things others missed. And when he looked at the creature, he felt something unexpected. He felt sadness. Not danger, not rage. Sadness. The feeling was faint, but it struck him deeply. He had no idea why such a powerful creature would feel such emotion, but he trusted the sensation. While others prepared weapons, Aaron stepped forward toward the viewing window and whispered softly, almost to himself, that the creature was afraid. His commander heard him and immediately argued, saying the idea was impossible. No creature like that could know fear. But Aaron continued to stare into its glowing green eyes, feeling the strange connection growing stronger. Humans around him debated their next move. Should they fire? Should they retreat? Should they attempt communication? Tension rose, filling the room like thick smoke. The station lights flickered again as the creature released a low, vibrating sound that passed through the metal floors. It was not a roar. It was not a warning. It felt more like a cry. Suddenly, without warning, dozens of alien signals appeared on sensors. Small ships belonging to other species arrived in a panic, keeping their distance from the human station. They sent frantic messages, shouting warnings about the Void Beast and begging the humans to evacuate. Some pleaded, others threatened, but all shared the same fear. The humans were confused. Why were these aliens so terrified? Why were they acting as if the creature was the end of everything? The alien messages grew louder, more desperate. They claimed the creature had destroyed fleets, wiped out cities, and crushed armies without mercy. Yet the creature did not move aggressively. It only watched the humans with an expression that almost felt lonely. Aaron felt his certainty grow stronger. He insisted the creature did not want war. He could not explain how he knew this, but the feeling was too powerful to ignore. The tension inside the station reached its peak when the creature extended one of its long arms toward them. The arm ended in sharp, claw-like appendages that glowed with eerie light. The soldiers aimed their weapons. Commanders shouted. Fear spread through the crew, but Aaron stepped forward and placed his hand on the glass, directly opposite the creature's claw. And then something extraordinary happened. The creature stopped moving. Its glowing eyes softened. The green light inside them flickered gently. The claw lowered slightly, no longer threatening. The entire room fell silent, stunned by the strange reaction. Aaron felt the creature's emotion more clearly now. It was not here to destroy. It was not here to conquer. It was seeking something simpler, something surprising: connection. Meanwhile, the alien observers watching from far away could not understand what they saw. They trembled at the idea that humans were not afraid. They trembled at the idea that humans were interacting with the creature calmly. They trembled at the idea that the void beast might be responding with gentleness. It was something they had never witnessed, something they believed impossible. A feeling spread through the alien council chambers as they continued watching the event in disbelief. That feeling was not hope. It was fear. Fear of humanity. The room remained silent as Aaron kept his hand on the cold glass, his eyes fixed on the creature outside. No one moved. No one breathed too loudly. The creature's long claw hovered only inches from the window, glowing with a soft green light that faded slowly, as if its energy calmed in response to the human's gentle presence. The soldiers still aimed their weapons, unsure whether to trust this strange moment. Their fingers trembled near the triggers, and they waited for a command that never came. Aaron did not speak. He only stood there, letting the silence build a bridge between two beings from different worlds. For several seconds, nothing else happened. The creature remained perfectly still, as if trying to understand the small human who dared to stand so close without fear. Then the creature made a sound again, but this time it was low and soft, almost like a deep breath. The vibration rolled through the station, but without force. It felt more like an emotional sigh than a threat. Aaron felt the sadness again, stronger, deeper, a feeling like loneliness mixed with exhaustion. He whispered quietly that the creature was hurting. Nobody believed him. The commander shouted for security to pull him away from the window, but Aaron stepped back only when the creature slowly pulled its claw away, retreating a few meters. It watched Aaron with steady eyes, and a strange sense of curiosity filled the air. Other officers scanned their monitors, confused by the creature's sudden change in behavior. It was supposed to be dangerous. It was supposed to be a destroyer. But nothing in its actions matched the alien stories. Outside the station, dozens of alien ships kept their distance. They continued sending warnings, insisting that the humans fire immediately or flee before it was too late. Some aliens were shaking on their screens, unable to understand why the humans had not already launched an attack. Their fear continued to grow as the humans hesitated. The commander ordered a communication channel open so they could speak to the alien ships directly. The aliens shouted at the humans, begging them to run. They insisted the creature could not be trusted. They insisted it would destroy everything once it got close enough. Aaron listened to them, but he also listened to the strange emotion inside him, the same feeling that guided him before. He stepped forward and told the aliens that the creature was not attacking. The aliens refused to believe him. They started listing old stories about the creature. They described destroyed planets, burning skies, and crushed fleets. They claimed the creature had no mercy. But Aaron shook his head. Something did not match. The creature's movements were slow and careful. Its eyes contained emotion, not rage. Its body carried scars, old injuries that looked like marks from battles long past. Aaron looked closer at the creature through the glass. He noticed deep cuts along its limbs, healed but still visible. He saw missing pieces of its metallic scales. He saw dents across its body, signs of powerful weapons hitting it over and over. It did not look like a destroyer. It looked like something that had survived countless attacks. It looked like something that had been hunted. Aaron felt a sudden realization. The creature was not the monster the aliens feared. It was the victim. While the humans debated, the creature slowly drifted closer again, but this time more carefully, as if seeking comfort rather than attention. It pressed one claw lightly against the glass, not enough to break it, just enough to make contact. Aaron responded by placing his hand against the same spot. The lights on the creature's body glowed brighter for a moment, and a warmth filled the air, surprising the crew. The alien ships watching the scene panicked once again. They sent louder warnings, insisting the humans were in danger. But the humans on the station saw something different. They saw a creature acting like it recognized kindness for the first time. The AI monitoring system recorded energy readings from the creature. The energy was stable, not destructive. The creature released no harmful radiation. It showed no signs of preparing for an attack. In fact, its energy level seemed to lower the longer it watched Aaron. The commander, still unsure, ordered more scans. The station crew carried out tests, and every scan showed the same thing. The creature was powerful, but its behavior was not hostile. People began to whisper among themselves, wondering if Aaron might be right. The creature made another sound, quieter this time, like a soft rumble. It looked almost as if it wanted to speak but did not know how. Then something unexpected happened. The creature tilted its head, studying Aaron closely. Its glowing eyes widened slightly, and it tapped the glass gently with its claw. The movement was delicate, almost playful. One of the soldiers accidentally whispered that the creature was acting like a giant pet. The comment earned him a glare from the commander, but Aaron smiled slightly. The creature seemed to respond to the emotion, tilting its head again. That was when the station shook. A sudden explosion of light burst in the distance. New signals appeared on the monitors. A large group of alien warships were approaching at high speed, weapons fully charged. They had come not to help, but to eliminate the creature once and for all. The station filled with panic. The aliens on the screens screamed for the humans to get out of the way before the battle started. Aaron stared at the monitors in disbelief. The creature sensed the danger immediately. Its body tensed. Its eyes darkened with fear. Not fear of humans, fear of the incoming ships. It moved closer to the station as if seeking protection, and that was when Aaron understood everything clearly. The creature had come to the humans because it believed they would not attack it like the others. It came to them because it hoped for safety. And the humans, standing between the creature and the alien fleet, now had to choose. Would they run? Would they fight? Would they protect the thing everyone else feared? The alarms echoed across the station as the alien warships drew closer, lighting up the monitors with red warnings. Crew members rushed to their stations, their hands shaking while they prepared for a possible attack. The commander shouted orders, trying to keep everyone calm, but the tension in the air was impossible to hide. Aaron stood near the window, still facing the creature outside, sensing the fear growing inside it. The creature curled its limbs around its body as if shrinking from the sight of the incoming fleet. Its glowing eyes dimmed, and the soft light running across its scales flickered like a dying flame. The creature looked defeated even before the battle began. Aaron felt a sharp pain in his chest, not his own, but something he sensed through the silent connection between him and the creature. It was the same sadness he had felt before, but now mixed with hopelessness. The humans inside the station watched the alien fleet on the monitors. The ships formed an aggressive formation, their weapons aimed directly at the creature. The commander opened a channel, demanding to know why so many ships were approaching fully armed. The alien captains shouted back, claiming they were saving the humans by destroying the monster. They insisted the creature had killed countless beings and must be eliminated. Aaron stepped forward, trying to argue that the creature had not attacked them, but the aliens did not want to listen. They believed the humans were being manipulated or fooled. Their fear was too strong to overcome with simple words. The commander muted the channel and turned to the crew. They had a difficult choice to make. If they stayed near the creature, they risked being caught in the crossfire. If they left, the creature would face the fleet alone, and it would be destroyed. Before anyone could speak, the creature moved closer to the station again. Its large claw touched the glass gently, leaving a faint, glowing trace. Aaron placed his hand on the same spot again. The creature's glowing eyes brightened a little, as if holding on to that small connection. The station shook as the alien fleet fired a warning shot, not at the humans, but near the creature, sending a bright flash across space. The creature jerked back in fear, curling up again. Aaron shouted that the aliens were pushing it into panic. The commander clenched his jaw, realizing the situation was changing faster than he could control. The humans had no intention of starting a war, but the aliens seemed ready to engage whether the humans agreed or not. The commander made a sudden decision. He ordered the defensive shields raised around the station, positioning the station between the creature and the incoming fleet. The crew gasped at his bold choice. By raising the shields, the commander signaled that the humans were not abandoning the creature. The alien fleet responded instantly. Their captains demanded explanations, furious that the humans dared to defend the monster. Aaron spoke calmly to the commander, thanking him. The commander said he didn't know if the choice was right, but something in Aaron's voice convinced him to trust the human instinct instead of alien fear. The creature watched the shields glow around the station, and its eyes widened in surprise. It moved closer, resting its body near the protective barrier like a child hiding behind someone they trust. Crew members watched in disbelief. How could a creature feared by entire galaxies act so gently? How could something so powerful behave like a frightened animal seeking safety? The alien fleet charged their weapons again. The tension was unbearable. The humans braced themselves for an attack, expecting the worst. The creature lowered its head, closing its eyes, as though preparing for pain. Suddenly, the station's AI detected a strange energy surge. It came from the creature. But this time, the energy was not violent. It was controlled and calm, like a shield forming around itself. The creature slowly opened its eyes and released a dull, humming sound that vibrated through space. The sound felt ancient, filled with emotion. Aaron recognized it immediately. It was a sound of longing, a sound of exhaustion, and a sound of trust. The creature spread its limbs slowly, revealing cracks and scars across its body. The glowing lines along its scales pulsed weakly. The creature was not preparing to fight. It was surrendering. Not to the aliens, to the humans. The alien fleet did not understand the gesture. They mistook the movement as preparation for an attack and prepared to fire all weapons. The commander shouted for them to stop, but they ignored the warnings. Aaron pressed his palm harder against the glass, calling out to the creature. He begged it to stay calm, to stay close, to trust the humans. The creature responded with a low rumble, almost like a soft voice answering his call. Then the impossible happened. As the alien fleet prepared to fire, the creature moved closer to the station and placed the full weight of its head gently against the shield, right in front of Aaron. It closed its eyes, choosing to trust the humans completely, even if it meant risking its life. The entire station froze at the unexpected gesture. The alien fleet on the screens fell silent as well, confused by what they saw. None of them had ever witnessed the creature behave like this. Humans stared at the creature, touched by its trust. A shift began to happen among the crew. They no longer saw a monster. They saw a wounded being seeking safety. The alien fleet hesitated for a moment, but fear quickly returned. They claimed the creature was pretending, trying to lower defenses. They prepared to fire again. Aaron shouted that they were wrong. The commander opened every communication channel and demanded the fleet stand down. He reminded them that humans were now protecting the creature, and any shot fired would be considered an attack on the humans. The alien captains panicked. They did not want war with humanity. They knew humans were unpredictable, stubborn, and frighteningly brave. The aliens hesitated, unsure what to do next, and in that moment of hesitation, everything began to change. The alien fleet remained frozen in space, their weapons still charged but not firing. The humans inside the station waited in tense silence, unsure of what the aliens would do next. The creature kept its head gently pressed against the shield, its eyes closed as if trusting the humans completely. Aaron stood by the glass, unable to look away. He whispered softly, telling the creature it was safe now. The creature responded with a faint glow beneath its scales, a glow that pulsed like a heartbeat. The commander watched everything with a troubled expression. Protecting the creature was a bold decision, and he knew it could spark a conflict far bigger than anything the humans had faced before. But something in the creature's actions showed that Aaron had been right from the beginning. This was not a monster searching for destruction. This was a being searching for a place to rest. The alien captains continued debating on their screens. Some were angry, some were frightened, others were confused. A few even wondered if maybe the creature had changed. They had never seen it act calm before. They had never seen it show trust. They had only seen it fighting back. One of the alien captains demanded proof that the creature was not dangerous. Another shouted that humans were making a foolish mistake. Yet another asked if perhaps the creature was simply tired of running. Aaron stepped forward and asked permission to speak to the alien captains. The commander allowed it. Aaron explained everything he had felt and observed. He told them about the sadness he sensed, the fear inside the creature, and the long scars covering its body. He spoke calmly, with steady confidence. The aliens listened, but their fear still clouded their thoughts. They reminded him of all the battles the creature had been involved in. Aaron argued that maybe those battles were not started by the creature. Maybe it was only defending itself. That idea shocked the alien captains. They had never considered the possibility. Their fear had always created the story for them. They assumed destruction meant aggression. They assumed survival meant cruelty. They had never asked if the creature was being hunted. One alien captain finally asked how humans could stand so close to something so powerful. Aaron simply answered that humans often try to understand before they fear. This statement silenced the aliens for a moment. The creature slowly lifted its head from the shield and looked at Aaron again. Its glowing eyes softened, and its long limbs relaxed. The creature made a soft sound, like a hum filled with emotion. It seemed to sense that humans were speaking for it. The AI reported another energy reading from the creature. The energy was steady, calm, and harmless. The commander shared the scan results with the alien fleet. The aliens studied the data and argued among themselves. Their fear began to weaken, replaced by confusion and doubt. Before they could reach a decision, the creature moved again. But this time it did not retreat or curl up. Instead, it slowly maneuvered around the station, positioning itself so its massive body shielded the station from the alien fleet. The crew gasped. The creature was trying to protect them. The aliens watching were stunned. No one had ever seen such behavior. The creature released a deep sound, more powerful than before, but not threatening. The vibration passed through the station gently, almost like a message. Aaron understood. The creature was telling them it did not want to fight. It only wanted peace. The alien captains did not know how to respond. Everything they believed about the creature was falling apart. They had spent centuries fearing this being. They had created legends around it. They had built weapons to destroy it. but now it was protecting the humans instead of attacking them. The commander opened the communication channel again and demanded that the alien fleet stand down. He reminded them that any attack now would harm not just the creature, but the humans too. The alien captains were trapped in a difficult decision. They did not want a war with humans. They did not want to attack a creature that was acting peaceful for the first time. But their fear still held them back. They hesitated again. The creature sensed the rising tension and made another soft, deep sound. Its body glowed slightly brighter. It turned its head toward the alien fleet, but there was no aggression in its eyes. Only exhaustion. Only desperation. Aaron stepped closer to the glass and spoke out loud, hoping the creature somehow understood his voice. He told it that the humans were with it. He told it that they would not leave. The creature lowered its head in gratitude. The alien fleet began to lower their weapons piece by piece. One ship powered down, then another, then more. Slowly, cautiously, ships across the entire fleet stopped charging their weapons. The glow of danger faded from the monitors. The entire station breathed a sigh of relief. The commander let out a slow breath, finally allowing himself to relax. The alien captains apologized for their harsh actions. They admitted they had acted out of fear, not reason. They asked what the humans planned to do next. Aaron looked at the creature, then back at the aliens. He explained that the humans wanted to help the creature. They wanted to learn why it had been hunted. They wanted to understand its past. The alien captains exchanged uneasy glances. They explained that many species believed the creature held a terrible secret. Something ancient, something powerful, something that could change entire civilizations. But none of them truly knew what it was. They had only followed old stories. The station crew glanced at the creature again. The scars across its body shone softly in the light. Whatever story those scars held, it was long and painful. Aaron felt an even deeper pull in his chest. He knew the creature wanted to communicate something important, something it had carried alone for far too long. The moment of calm gave the humans time to think. But Aaron knew this was only the beginning. The creature was safe for now, but its past was still chasing it. And whatever that past was, it was coming closer. The station remained quiet for several long minutes. The alien fleet had lowered their weapons, and the creature hovered peacefully beside the human shields. But even with the calm, Aaron sensed something new building inside the creature. It wasn't fear. It wasn't sadness. It was something heavier, something ancient, almost like it was preparing to share a memory too large for one being to carry alone. Aaron stepped closer to the glass again, watching the creature's glowing eyes. They were brighter than before, shining like deep green stars. The creature held its head lower, as if it wanted Aaron to understand something important. The commander noticed the creature's strange behavior and asked the AI for a scan. The AI reported abnormal energy forming within the creature. Not dangerous energy, but something like a projection. The crew didn't understand what that meant until the creature extended one long limb forward and tapped the shield gently. The shield reacted instantly, glowing like a ripple of water. Then an image formed in front of the station. Not a normal image. A memory. A vision. The humans stared in shock as a vast stretch of stars appeared before them, brighter and more detailed than any screen could show. The alien fleet fell silent as well, confused by what they were seeing. The memory began with the creature drifting alone through space, surrounded by a darkness so deep it felt endless. Its body looked smaller, younger, its scales brighter and unscarred. Then shapes appeared in the darkness, dozens of alien ships, but they were not peaceful. They fired weapons at the creature, striking its body again and again. The young creature tried to flee, glowing brighter as it raced through space. But no matter where it went, more ships chased it. More weapons cut into its skin. More fleets appeared from different worlds. The memory showed fear. It showed pain. It showed the creature running without rest, without safety, without understanding why different species were hunting it. Aaron felt his chest tighten. The creature wasn't a destroyer by nature. It was a survivor forced into battle. Every scar on its body came from someone trying to kill it. The aliens watching the memory trembled with shame as they recognized symbols on the ships. Many of the fleets attacking the creature belonged to their own ancestors. They had heard stories that the creature destroyed planets, but the memories showed something different. The ships were firing first. The creature's destruction was always a reaction, never the beginning. The vision shifted again. The creature came across a peaceful planet with lush forests and quiet oceans. It tried to land. It tried to rest. But the defenders attacked before it could touch the ground. Soon the sky burned again, forcing the creature to flee. The memory continued, showing world after world. Each time the creature tried to rest, armies appeared. Each time it approached someone gently, they fired at it. Century after century, it lived alone. It did not destroy for pleasure. It destroyed only when cornered. Aaron felt his eyes sting as he watched the creature's long, painful history. He finally understood why the creature came to humans. It was tired of running. It was tired of fear. It was tired of being alone. The final memory showed something different. The creature drifting through empty space, its light almost gone, its body broken and weak. Then a soft blue light appeared in the distance. A human beacon. The creature turned toward it, moving slowly but with hope. It sensed something in humanity that felt different from all other species. It sensed curiosity instead of hatred. It sensed courage instead of fear. And it sensed something it had never felt before. Kindness. The memory ended, and the image dissolved, leaving only silence behind. The creature lowered its head, exhausted from sharing so much of its past. Its body dimmed again, and it curled its limbs close, as if the memories had drained its strength. The humans on the station stood frozen, deeply moved. The commander looked at Aaron, then at the creature, understanding everything at once. The alien captains on their screens were speechless. Many lowered their heads in guilt, realizing their civilizations had been wrong for generations. One alien captain admitted quietly that their ancestors had feared the creature because of an old prophecy claiming it held power that could destroy stars. Another explained that their people believed the creature was a guardian of something precious, something ancient, and that they thought destroying it would protect them. But none of the aliens had ever seen proof. They had only inherited fear. Aaron spoke firmly, saying fear had blinded everyone to the truth. He said the creature needed peace, not war. The creature listened to him, lifting its head with slow movements, its glowing eyes softening when they met his gaze. Then something unexpected happened. The creature moved closer to the glass again. This time, instead of touching the shield gently, it pressed its forehead against the glass, as if offering something. The AI detected another energy shift. This one was different. It was a signal. A small pulse of pure light that moved through the shield, harmless to the station but directed toward Aaron. The pulse stopped right in front of him, forming a tiny shimmering pattern. Aaron reached out and touched the pattern with his fingertips. His body filled with warmth, not heat, but a comforting energy, like a silent message. And in that moment, Aaron understood something clearly. The creature had chosen him, not as a weapon, not as a commander, but as a companion. The alien fleet watched, stunned. They whispered among themselves, unable to believe what they were witnessing. The creature that once terrified entire galaxies had formed a bond with a human. The commander approached Aaron and asked what the creature wanted. Aaron looked at the creature and felt the answer before he spoke. The creature wanted a home, a place to rest, a place where it was not feared, a place where it could finally stop running. The humans understood the creature's wish, but granting it would not be simple. Many species still feared the creature. Many would oppose the idea. And something else was approaching in the distance. The long scanners detected a massive ripple in space. Something huge was coming, and Aaron feared that whatever it was connected to the creature's painful past. The scanners continued to beep as the ripple in space grew stronger. The entire station turned its focus toward the distant distortion. The alien fleet, still hovering in uneasy silence, shifted into defensive formations again. The creature reacted instantly. Its body stiffened, and its scales dimmed to a darker shade. Something about the disturbance filled it with a fear deeper than anything it had shown before. Aaron stepped closer to the window, feeling the creature's rising panic. He spoke softly, telling it that the humans were still with it. The creature looked at him with sad, glowing eyes, then turned its body toward the ripple like it expected something terrible. The commander demanded a full scan. The AI reported that the disturbance was caused by multiple objects traveling at impossible speeds. They were massive, far larger than any ship seen before. The alien captains panicked again when they recognized the signatures. They explained that these were ancient machines created by long-dead civilizations, machines designed to hunt the creature, machines that could track it anywhere it went, machines that never stopped. The creature curled its limbs around its body again, trembling. Aaron felt its fear like a heavy weight in his chest. The creature had escaped these machines for centuries, but now they had found it once more. The alien fleet prepared for battle, but many ships were too damaged or too small to stand a chance against the approaching storm. The commander looked at Aaron, understanding that the humans could not run anymore. They had chosen to protect the creature, and that meant facing whatever came next. The ripple opened into a wide, swirling crack in space, and the machines emerged. They were enormous, shaped like floating metal spires, with glowing red cores. Their surfaces shifted like liquid metal, forming long, weapon-like limbs. The air inside the station felt heavy as the machines locked onto the creature. The creature let out a soft, broken sound, almost like a whimper. Aaron pressed his hand to the glass again, calling out to it, telling it to stay close to the station. The creature obeyed, but kept shaking. The machines charged their weapons. The alien fleet moved into defensive positions, but they knew the machines were too powerful. The humans raised their shields to maximum strength. The commander shouted orders for battle stations. The creature suddenly lifted its head and made a deep, strong sound that echoed like a storm. Its body glowed brighter and brighter until its scales looked like pieces of living starlight. Aaron felt his breath catch. The creature was gathering energy, not to attack others, to protect everyone around it. The first machine fired a massive beam of red energy directly at the creature. The creature spread its limbs wide, forming a shield of bright green light around itself and the station. The impact shook everything, but the shield held. More machines fired. The creature roared in pain as each blast hit its shield. Aaron shouted its name even though it had none, telling it not to give up. The alien fleet began firing at the machines to help relieve the pressure. Explosions lit the space around them as beams and missiles struck the metallic hunters. But the machines were strong and relentless. The creature was struggling. Its light flickered. The shield thinned. The commander realized the creature could not protect them alone. He ordered all human weapons to open fire. Every cannon, every turret, every drone launched into battle. The machines staggered under the combined fire. Their red cores flickered. The creature gathered more energy, pushing its shield outward. Aaron felt the creature's emotions like a wave: fear, pain, hope, and a deep desire to protect. The machines fired again in a deadly, synchronized blast. The impact shattered the creature's shield. The humans gasped as the creature cried out, its body dimming sharply. But instead of fleeing, the creature surged forward. It wrapped its limbs around the machines and released a burst of green light so bright the humans had to shield their eyes. When the light faded, 3 of the machines were destroyed, shattered into drifting fragments. But the creature collapsed, its body flickering weakly. Aaron slammed his hand against the glass, calling out to it desperately. The remaining machines charged for another attack. The commander ordered the human fleet to cover the creature. Alien ships joined them, forming a wide protective wall. Together, humans and aliens fired everything they had. The final machine overloaded under the combined assault and exploded in a storm of sparks. The battlefield went silent. The creature drifted, motionless. Aaron's heart dropped as he watched its dim, barely glowing form. He begged the commander to lower the shield so he could get closer. The commander hesitated but finally agreed. Aaron moved toward the airlock with a small rescue pod. The aliens watched quietly, their fear replaced with respect. Aaron guided the pod toward the creature, speaking softly through the communicator. When he reached it, he extended a gentle touch toward one of its limbs. The creature's eyes flickered open, faint but alive. Its glow returned slowly, pulsing like a weak heartbeat. Aaron whispered that it was safe now, that the machines were gone, that it wasn't alone. The creature responded with a soft, warm pulse of energy, wrapping the pod gently with its limbs. The alien fleet lowered their heads in respect. They had feared this being for generations, but now they saw the truth. The creature was not a destroyer. It was a survivor, a guardian, a being capable of deep loyalty. The commander announced that the creature would be given sanctuary under human protection. The aliens agreed, promising to spread the truth and end the fear that had lasted for centuries. Aaron smiled through tears as the creature lifted its head slightly and nuzzled the pod like a grateful companion. He softly whispered a name, a simple name, a gentle name. Fluffy. The creature glowed brighter, as if accepting the name with pride. And in that moment, the galaxy changed forever. Not because humans defeated a threat, but because they chose to show kindness where everyone else saw fear. And the creature, once feared across the stars, finally found a home.